Have you always wanted a business of your own but didn't know where to start? Well, then today's episode is especially for you.
Welcome to Jane Jackson Careers, a podcast that takes your career to the next level. Here's your host, Jane Jackson, author of Amazon Careers bestseller, Navigating Career Crossroads.
Well, hello and welcome to my Careers podcast, where I interview fascinating professionals who've made amazing career changes or have successfully set up their own entrepreneurial ventures. I also provide job search advice, but as so many listeners have asked me about starting their own businesses, today's episode is all about how to start a business and exploring entrepreneurship. Are you ready? Let's go! Starting any business takes a lot of preparation, and if a new business venture is on the cards for you, the best way to start is with the right advice. Wouldn't you agree? In this podcast, I'll share my tips on what you need to know before embarking on your entrepreneurial adventure. And really, it can seem like quite an adventure at times. So, first of all, is starting a business right for you? The most important question to ask yourself is why you want to start a business in the first place. What's your motivation? Is it a matter of getting out of the corporate rat race? Or wanting the freedom to make money without being an employee? Or maybe because you just want to do something different, or something that will challenge you and provide potentially unlimited earnings potential. Now, while all these reasons are valid, they focus on your needs as the business owner rather than the needs of your potential customers. For your business to be successful, the product or service you offer needs to solve a specific problem or need for your customers. And remember, your job isn't simply to make money, but to provide value. So, before I go into the steps you need to take to get moving with your entrepreneurial venture, I'd like to share with you what 9 entrepreneurs told me when I asked them why they started their businesses. Listen to what the founders of Defining Style, Sonic Site, The Digital Delusion, Corporate Podcast Production, Rachel CFO, Virtual Elves, The Word Stylist, The Numbers Matter, and Simple Credit Marketing had to say. All these entrepreneurs are so inspiring to me, and I'm sure you'll enjoy their story.
I'm Robin Powis, and I started Defining Style because I'm passionate to help women create a distinctive brand that is stylish, authentic, and influential.
I'm Jeff Anderson, and I started Sonic Site because I wanted to have balance in my life, as well as control of the creative input I had in my work and the money I could earn from it.
Hi, I'm Doyle Bueller, and I started my first business in 2002. I really wanted to see what I was capable of, what I could do, and to create my own future, not the future of someone else.
I'm Tracy Sheen, and I started Corporate Podcast Productions because I love sharing the stories behind the companies to build profile, leverage brand awareness, and engage listeners.
Hi, Rachel from Rachel CFO. My why's pretty simple: to leave the world more financially literate than I found it.
I'm Christy Smith, and I started Virtual Elves because I was driven to show business owners how to be supported and leverage outsourcing to have more freedom, grow, and be profitable.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Campbell, and I started Elizabeth Campbell Enterprises because I wanted a new direction and a new life, and I wanted to help others do the same.
I'm Amanda Fisher, and I started Amanda Fisher The Numbers Matter because I want to help business owners to understand their numbers so they can thrive into the future.
I'm Anthony Chancemuth, and I started Simple Creative Marketing because I wanted to help emerging leaders who are time poor to really clarify and build their authentic brand, income, and influence online.
Well, what amazingly inspirational entrepreneurs. I love them all. They're fantastic. And haven't they encapsulated their why in 10 seconds each? Amazing. Anyway, if you want to find out more about their businesses, I'll tell you how you can reach them after we've had a chat about what you need to do before you get moving with your business. Let's go through the 6 steps you must consider before you start. Firstly, have you done market research? Before starting out, you need to zero in on your unique offering. Yes, you need a solid business idea, but an idea is only as good as the market demand for it. Ideally, there should already be an existing demand for your service or product. It's important to test the viability of your idea. Market research will help you to determine if there is demand for your product or service. It'll also tell you if your business idea is one that generates interest and whether people will pay for what you plan to offer. Luckily, gauging interest is simple. You can conduct simple online surveys using services such as SurveyMonkey, and even more valuable is talking to others who have run successful businesses themselves and ask them about the challenges they've faced. Number 2, do you know the business structure that's best for you and your circumstances? After you've decided whether you're starting your own business, buying a franchise, or starting a consultancy, you'll need to decide on your business structure. Will you be a sole trader, a partnership, a trust, or a company? Talk to your tax accountant to find out what will be the best structure for your personal circumstances. I can't highlight the importance of a tax accountant. Godsend. Now, you can also visit the Australian Taxation Office website for more information, where you'll also find about the small business concessions that are available to you, registering your business, the records you need to keep, the deductions you can claim, and all you need to do to be compliant when setting yourself up. Now, I'll include the links to all the resources that I mention in my show notes on janejacksoncoach.com. And for those of you who live in other countries outside of Australia, you need to be resourceful. Entrepreneurs are always resourceful, and you need to find out from your local authorities what's required regarding business structures at your location. So, number 3, do you need licenses, registrations, insurance? At a minimum, in Australia, you'll need to get an ABN number, Australian Business Number, or an ACN number, Australian Company Number. This can be done through the Australian Business Register. You'll need to register a business name after checking if it's available or not. And, have a good think about what you would name your business as well. Are you going to set up a practice and be a brand yourself with your own name? Or are you going to actually set up a business with a business name that explains what you do? So insurance also is essential, and setting up yearly coverage when you're starting out doesn't have to break the bank. Keep your finances in check by setting up a relationship with a good accountant and bookkeeper so they can watch the numbers for you, unless you're going to be doing it yourself, or if you're qualified to do it yourself. So you also might want to trademark your business name as well. For the steps to protect your business name, visit IP Australia to safeguard your intellectual property. There are so many things to think about, but just remember, be prepared to put in the hard work and long hours, because building a business, really, it's an exciting and can be a very rewarding time. Now, number 4, do you have a business plan? Without at least a basic plan in place, you could charge off in the wrong direction. The key is to know where you want to go with your business and how you're going to fund it initially, how you plan to market it, who your competitors are, how will you price your services or products. If you're unsure about how to create a business plan, using a business template is a good place to start. It'll help you to organize your strategy over the short and long term, and you don't have to stick to it religiously, but the more comprehensive your plan is, the more prepared you'll be. I'll include a link to a great business plan template for you in my show notes as well, but Please don't get all stressed about setting up a business plan, because sometimes when you think too much, you lose interest in setting up the business. Remember, when it comes to your own business, you've got to have a really strong desire. So even when it gets a little bit tough and a little bit detailed and there are things that may or may not go smoothly, that desire will propel you through. You must have a passion for this, after all. Now, number 5, do you have a website? To harness, honestly, the power of online marketing opportunities, you'll need an online presence from day one. So register a domain name for your website through website domain registration sites such as Crazy Domains or Net Registry. There are so many. Have a Google search. When it comes to registering a domain name, you'll find hundreds of them. And find a web designer to create your website and a graphic designer to design the logo for your business. You may be able to find affordable design work using some online offshored resources such as Upwork or 99 Designs. And you may also want to hire a writer to communicate your message in the best way. Now, number 6, do you have a mentor or a business coach? This is especially important if you're new to business territory. A business coach or mentor can guide you with a wealth of wisdom and street smarts that'll come in handy when you're starting out. And if you're lucky enough to have older and wiser contacts in business who are willing to help, ask them for advice. Reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If not, invest in coaching if you can afford it, or join a small business network in your local area. It might cost you initially, but it'll certainly pay off in the long run. Very often, entrepreneurs say that starting out, especially if they're on their own, it gets a little bit lonely, and many people start out with maybe a kitchen table business to start off with, but you need to bounce ideas off other people. So find a business network that suits you, with people that you like and really connect with, and make sure that you have somewhere regular to go where you can discuss your concerns. Now, once your plans are in place, it's time to take that leap of faith. Be prepared to put in the hard work and the long hours. But remember, building a business is really an exciting and rewarding time, and you'll create a lasting legacy of your drive and your passion. If you want to find out about my workshops on exploring entrepreneurship, visit my website, janejacksoncoach.com, to find out when my next workshops or webinars will be held. Or you can email me at jane@janejacksoncoach.com, and I'll put you on the wait list for my next global webinar or workshop that's being held in Sydney. If you like this podcast, please subscribe to iTunes or Stitcher Radio, and do leave me a review. Let's help as many people as we can, really, to gain career inspiration and advice. Because remember, to go fast, we go alone. To go far, though, go together. There's power in partnerships. And so, until next time, believe in yourself and create magic. Bye. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. You can get a free audiobook download and free 30-day trial at audibletrial.com/Jane Jackson Careers. There are over 180,000 book titles to choose, so give it a go and get your free audiobook today from audibletrial.com/Jane Jackson Careers.
You've been listening to Jane Jackson Careers. Sign up to receive regular career advice at janejacksoncoach.com.